And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. Halliburton with it. Lots of room. Beal pulls it in.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Takes the 13-footer. Offensive rebound. Siakam.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is
the defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
They get it again, and it's sent back by Turner.
How about Turner's ability to anticipate when the shooter's going to release? Couldn't be
Shit.
better at timing his rejections.
It's good.
Good shot.
He totally lost his defender, broke his ankles, then knocks down the jumper.
Yeah, and it's one thing to score on a guy, it's another to flat-out torture.
And that one drops for him.
Boy, Miles Turner insisting on
Don't try to
playing
clip
through
me
the
either, nigga.
contact, gets the finish.
Here's Booker. Outside for Beal. From outside, off the mark. Now Halliburton. Crafty move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, you have to understand how to score when you're in the paint and you are 6'5". Tyrese Halliburton, he knows the way.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Now I asked Coach about what he has in store to try and slow down Devin Booker. Now he laughed and told me they've lost sleep over how to defend him. They mentioned how with and without the ball, Devin can hurt you. So Booker will have their total focus on defense. And Devin will have our total focus as well. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks.
Oh, we look.
Done outside. Back to Booker. Outside for Beal. Down low. 4 on the shot clock. And finished off by Katie.
Well, you see how hard Kevin Durant works to set up that shot. You've got to be able to use the screen and get to the cup.
Here's Halliburton.
Oh, I saw it.
Rebound by the Suns. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for
What the fuck is going on?
They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces.
Niggas making whites and shit.
Oh, boy. Don't allow Kevin Durant to get comfortable from there. It could be a long night if you do.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
We can't rebound. Shit.
Pacers trailed by 5. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Inside. Takes it out to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
You have to love the aggression right there. He's got the vertical, might as well put it to good use.
Booker looking around. It's Beal on the wing. Outside Durant. 6 on the shot clock. There's the three. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Nembhard. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
In the corner, it's Neesmith. Carries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
That's fucking still.
Pass to Richards. Durant inside. No good, unable to end this run.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
From deep three-point land.
Oh, I shot that bitch.
The rebound by Richards.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. It's a tie game in Indiana. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early. To me, it opens up every other
He's
aspect
putting
of
that
your
bitch in
game.
my face every time.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Oh, I'm lagging. What the fuck?
On point for me, always on point for me when I'm not. You make me feel good while I'm working these shots. Okay, let's do it.
Oh, they gave me the win.
Rock with me, baby. Ain't no stopping me, baby. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. I'm his favorite. I'm his favorite lady. I'm his favorite. I'm his favorite lady. I'm his favorite. I'm his favorite lady. Want you to be you. Give me my baby. Want you to be you. Give me my baby.
Yeah. Young. Yeah. I've been way too teed to ever let one of these play with me. Stay out the way with me. It get hot like a block on a day when it's 80 degrees. Top out the top on the land, it was me and Chance was in Miami like the Heat. Top out the top on the land, it was me and Chance was in Miami like Bam. If you gonna boss up, then you gotta learn how to take some losses, bro. What it cost it, bro. And it got me exhausted, bro. My rollie go 40 below. Money and loyalty, all that I know. Cardi my glasses, Cardi my... We run the city like...
It's a road game for the Grizzlies, and they're facing an interconference matchup in today's game. 76er fans are making noise here at the Wells Fargo Center. We are in Philadelphia. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was.
Get the fuck out of
Constant
here.
change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Here's Morant. Following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. Pass to Jackson.
That computer these shit not gonna help.
Throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Back to Maxey. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Morant right side. Jackson has the open look. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Here's Maxey. Plays it up off the glass.
You got it
Maxey's
done,
got
Edie.
his second bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. Of course, John Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense.
Oh my God, I did not go over that.
Back to you.
Thank you, David. To the paint. Oh, and here comes Oubre all alone.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
And both free throws good for Oubre. First quarter of ball, 2.5 minutes in.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam.
That's not a fucking steal.
So they take the lead. And that's now 6 points for Tyrese Maxey.
Not just a perimeter threat now. Maxey very adept at converting in close, too.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Drills the three-pointer. Morant's got 5.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 2. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Maxey.
Pick up the ball.
Stolen by Jackson. Morant outside. Pass to Jackson. Offline with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No
That's a fucking steal.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now, here's Oubre. Kicks it out to Maxey. Just 5 to shoot.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Now here's Pippen. Here's Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes it, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
So timeout call here. The first for Memphis. And the 76ers making a change here. And so here's Memphis. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. In the corner, Kennard with it to the inside. And that one's good by Clark.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Pass to Embiid. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
And Aldama has it in the corner.
Get the fuck out of
Action
here.
here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. And we'll be back right after this. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Aldama's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Memphis. Pass to McCain. Back to Lowry. Here's Embiid. Embiid owns the lane. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
You the fuck
Puts
stop
the D
that.
in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving.
Shoot the fucking ball!
But you need the right guys to execute that system. I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
No, you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. The 76ers trail by 3. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's McCain. Pass to Yabusele. And here's Embiid. 5 on the clock. There's Embiid with the dunk.
Dropping the hammer. That's why Embiid looks to get deep inside position.
And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. And Joel
executed
Embiid is a
defense.
giant center. Clark, his size is arms man. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
The 76ers trail by 3. Pass to Yabusele. Embiid with it. And they double up Embiid. For 3, Edie with the rebound. Here's Pippen. Right side Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And again, Memphis no good. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Embiid, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Outside Pippen. Pass to Jackson. From downtown. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Both teams deciding to change it up. The 76ers trailed by 3. .110 left now here in the second. To the middle. And finished off by Oubre.
I'm on that shit. No goodness.
Oubre Jr., you deserve to get dunked on when you let him get inside.
The 76ers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
You know, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago. You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Nothing new for Embiid here, going off for a big scoring performance, par for the course.
There's a screen by Aldama. It's hauled in by George. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
The Grizzlies trailed by 4. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Down low, Aldama. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And I like how Morant threaded the needle there. Just an excellent pass off that pick. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's foul number 2 for him. There's a screen by Aldama. It's Morant with the drop.
Man, what the?
Big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the 76ers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Morant looking around. And there's the drive. And the layup falls. Morant's got the first points in the second half here for Memphis. Chalk up 2 there. Maxey's got the lead back up to 4 now for the 76ers.
Every time Maxey steps on the floor, you expect a big scoring night. Tyrese can explode offensively at any time.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Edey. Outside, Bain. Here's Morant. Deflected by George.
George is versatile defensively, can guard multiple positions, and that versatility allows him to block some shots, too.
And a two-play, the drive, and it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
Number 35, Marvin Bagley III.
Oubre outside. Here's Embiid. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Bagley. Pass to Wells. Back to Morant. Jackson with the screen. Now Wells. His three-pointers off the mark. Clark, you know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special, special talent in Embiid.
Wells in the corner. Up top, Morant. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And 11 points for John Morant.
And how about the catch and fire there from Morant? He's got the endless confidence in his ability.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to talk to his guy. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Grimes. Here's Embiid.
Oh, my God.
And the dunk by Embiid.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
6 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. John Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man show.
And there's no doubt Morant near the top of the list of elite scorers in this league.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And last season he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunity.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And here's Maxey. He's got 15. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
It's Pippen with the drive. Here's Heaney. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Pass to Yabusele. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. The Grizzlies trail by 7. A minute 20 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Jackson. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. 1:15 left to play in the third. Maxey looking it over. Fires the three. No good that time. Here's Morant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they perform at the line.
Inside, Yabusele.
You know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Both free throws good from Morant.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Pushing it up.
Nigga, stay your ass at the fucking 3, good Benny.
Moving it around. Going inside. And finished up by Morant.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Embiid is at the elbow. And again, Philadelphia turns it over.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Grizzlies trailed by 3. Bane, no good. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Drummond. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Shit.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. 76ers lead by 3.
46.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action.
Junior!
The 76ers leading by 3.
Do you want me some of that pizza up in them breadsticks?
It's stolen by Aldama. Oh, and here comes Pippen all alone.
I say.
And Pippen slams it in.
And you talk about clutch plays, I mean, defensively and offensively, and we saw it right there.
Embiid's shot is good.
Once he gets that low, there's nothing you can do about it. Embiid is a major handful inside.
Outside Pippen. Here's Clark. And Clark slams it in.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Bane with it. Now defended by Embiid. And they take the lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Pippen down low. No one near him. Again, Memphis.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
And beat the screen. Back to Gordon.
Tired. Better sit that nigga down.
Driving to the basket.
You fucking bucket, Eric. Yo, old ass.
Gordon's got his first 2 points.
Like how Gordon stays low to the ground, keeps that center of gravity anchored. Quick driving inside, and excellent finish.
Oh, I ain't shoot that, no. What the fuck?
Wells in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Pippen. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one
get the
back.
fuck out of here.
Aaron Gordon has a knack for scoring in big spots in the game. Well done, E.G.
On the way in Bain. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Both teams will make substitutions. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. Now, he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Maxey. Here's Oubre.
I'm who they do that big time shit.
Oubre's got the game tied up here for Philadelphia.
Making opportunities. Maxey smartly using the pick and roll to create for his team.
Here's Pippen. And it's sent back by George. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
The Grizzlies call timeout. Just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Maxey. Oubre, no one around him. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way.
That's a good shot.
Great pass by Maxey there. This guy really clever at finding ways to get his teammates involved.
Outside, Bagley. Pass to Morant.
Oh, why the fuck?
Memphis moving that ball around.
Good fucking defense.
The 76ers lead. The deep three from George. Bagley with the
you don't
rebound.
want to win.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Here's the screen. Hot loose. Oubre with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Pass to Embiid. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
A huge turnover. At really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Man, that was supposed to be a defensive 3 seconds.
We've got 20.
Get the fuck out of here.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. It's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those can turn out to be vital free throws.
Back to Morant. Outside, Payne. Outside, Bagley. From 13.
Why the fuck did they make you do
That
that?
one's rebounded by Embiid.
Good shit.
Here's George, and he goes big with the dunk right over Jaren Jackson.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Durant.
That's
And he can't stop the run as he misses. So the 76ers win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave him that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, and they were electric.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
It should not consider. Oh, it is. I thought it was recording.
Ain't nothing slow me down like when I had a Sprite. Sometimes it was like we was at the light. Maybe that precise, you're not familiar with begging God to just bring my energy protected. I've been burning sage, follow how you feel it. You won't be led astray. I said it and I meant it. Don't know no other way. They ask me how I'm doing. I tell them I'm doing great. Cause if I really wasn't, could you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? When your talent speak for itself,
you said what?
Pretend to be great. I moved on from that Nike box. I tried to fill up a safe. Get real, it turn you numb. Feel like your feelings erase. You ain't never got the chills till you shake. Homie, the streets cold. No contributions to nothing I was pursuing. I understand it's hard to call it a movement if it ain't moving. Keep your energy the same from all them days when I felt ruined. Had everything to gain, but you complain while we regrouping. We sat around the table, broke bread like the Cypher. Judas, I could feel you touch a snake and it might bite you. Can I call and ask you for the things you asked of me? Probably wouldn't let me use your bathroom if I had to. You probably wouldn't throw no water on me. Now you trying to swim. You see my jeweler threw some water on me. If I was you and you was me, you would have left me out. Got it on my own. I would never ask you to help me out. My energy protected. I've been burning sage. Follow how you feel it. You won't be led astray. I said it and I meant it. Don't know no other way. They ask me how I'm doing. I tell them I'm doing great. Cause if I really wasn't, could you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help?
Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Well, Doris, both these teams have the luxury of a very deep bench.
No doubt, Kevin. A lot of talent on both rosters. What that means is the defenses need to be active and aware even when substitutions are made, because the next basket can come from absolutely any guy on the floor. We are talking about a 6'6" point guard. Shea has got a great view of the floor. What an easy pass.
And a wide open look for Siakam. Good on the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Now, here is Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Turner. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Halliburton. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. The shake. Toppin pulls it in.
I just fucking so.
If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Halliburton with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Siakam. Up and in on the way. Siakam's got 5 now.
And that is tenacity from Pascal Siakam. He was simply undeterred.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Pass to Nembhard. Now Siakam. Uncovered. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And it goes down 2 points. And it's 8 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pacers trailed by 3. Halliburton for 3. That one, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing you to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin is certainly taking it in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age, and the sky's the limit. First free throw is good. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Out to Wallace. Double team on Williams. Wallace inside. Good work defensively by Turner. Halliburton outside. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
The kick out to Williams. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Shoots it up. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Here's Halliburton. That's not going to do it either. He's 0 for 5. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. In the corner, it's Toppin. That will count. What a play!
Good fucking shot.
Trains it in at the buzzer.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well,
and we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Thunder?
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
oh, Absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Pass to Siakam. Halliburton looking around. And that one is off. Excellent D there from Williams. And here they go. Wallace, good.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
A wide open look here for Caruso. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has such great synergy with his teammates.
Turner with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Picked off in midair. Siakam outside. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. The Thunder lead by 7. Inside. Wiggins. And there it is for him.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here. Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is getting up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
Back to Siakam. Will it go? And that's 2 points on the layup. Siakam's got 9.
Well, this to me is where he can be a force. Siakam, a 3-level scorer in the painted area, very dangerous.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And great, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Pass to Dort. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And the rejection by Holmgren. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times. That's what the game calls for. Paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless.
Oh,
well, Pascal Siakam has the ability to play on the inside and score with that length.
Count that one for George.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flank.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score, who lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Back to Holmgren. Wallace outside. Back to Williams. Outside, Dort. On the clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's out of bounds. The last touch by Holmgren.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
And the Thunder making a change here. And the Pacers with possession here. Trailing here by 8. To the left wing. Turner with the screen. Pass to Toppin. Shot clock at 5. Ball's knocked loose. Williams with the steal. And it's Williams with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Got it up, and he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Pacers trailed by 8. McConnell scanning the floor. Pass to Toppin. Lets it go. The Thunder pull it in. They've led by as many as 11 points. And that one, good. Holmgren's got the first points of the second half here for Oklahoma City. And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Bryant's shot is good.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Pacers trailed by 9. Pass to Toppin. Indiana moving it around. The kick out to Bryant. Fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Here's Dort. It's stolen by Bryant. Mathurin from 3. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder leading by 9. Over in the corner, Dort hits the three-point bomb. Dort's got 10 points.
Being ready on the catch, such an important skill, and Luke Dort's confidence really starting to grow.
Here's Bryant.
Hey, get that shit out of here.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. So both teams making some changes here. And a wide open look for Mathurin. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mathurin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Bryant. And the shot
Get
is
the
good.
fuck out of here.
Off the front of the rim. Bryant's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, we all know shooting's so valuable in today's NBA, and bigs have got to be able to do it. Thomas Bryant doing work in the mid-range.
Wallace with the ball. Picked up by Shepard. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. Pacers trail by 10. And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap with young stars and positional fits for each side.
And both free throws good for McConnell. The Thunder lead by 8. Over in the corner, Dort. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And it's Mathurin missing. Here's Oklahoma City now. It's stolen by Shepard. Pass to McConnell. The three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Over in the corner, Dort. That's tipped. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Connects from three-point range. Wiggins has got 5.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Right wing. And stolen by Jang. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Pass to Joe. Driving to the basket. Holmgren with it. Just 4 to shoot. And no good. Bryant down low. From 6 feet out, he nails it. Bryant got 6 in the quarter.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. For 3, Siakam. Wiggins with the rebound. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
That is SGA at his best, running the floor, playing with pace.
Toppin.
Is that a steal? Get the fuck out of here.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Now into the lineup for the Thunder.
Here's Halliburton. And Siakam has it in the corner. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving the lane. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The pressure that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can put on a defense with his ability to drive, that quickness, just a problem for defenders.
The first one falls. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
6 on the shot clock. And
the
a wide open look for Halliburton. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 here in this quarter.
got a quitter. We got a quitter, chat. I had to do him like that. I lost the last game.
So you know what I wanna do.
For sure.
So tell me when you coming through. For sure.
Probably can play with these niggas the way I reach them.
It's not one of us now. I got more than I ain't subbing yet. I can't keep a lookout. I got too much that I'm looking at. Bands on top of bands be falling over when my door's slam.
How the fuck I got 2 losses from? Oh my god. They got a fucking squad.
Only coming in late when I
What
look clean,
the
I
fuck?
make a mess. They don't see me, but I see they face when I make a mess. Yeah, keep your head
You said what?
boy, I'll never be the same now, boy, yeah. Just got a new whip with a V8 and it make noise, yeah. Them boys in a Civic going 50, it's a difference. Ain't nobody see me winning, but I be here in a minute. They just wanna see me different. Kick back when I count million, now they wanna hide when it ain't safe, but they don't do it and they play games. And they like everyone for a little bit when they hate at the same time. If I don't like you, you get, yeah. 808 with a drum kick, got it. Just saying where I'm at now.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Battling the Eastern Conference, this D.C. crowd hoping to watch their Wizards come out on top. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Using his length that time, Capella up top to slam it down.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Well, this team has trusted Young's ability to run an offense, and that includes him finding teammates.
Outside, George. And he banks in the lane. George has got 5 men.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Young. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Now, Capella, if we watched him again there, he would be reading where that ball is going, and he positions himself before the ball even comes off.
Here's Poole. From down in the low post, it goes. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Got that one up quick.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Poole. Inside. Song. Rebounded by Capella. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. Chatted with Brian Keith. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive. They hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Pass to Shea. Shot clock at 6. Johnson, a wide open look. Good on the triple. He's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here's Poole. And one of those guys, Brad, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Here's Young, following the bucket by the Wizards. That one drops for him.
Well, this guy keeps learning from each and every coverage on the pick and roll. Trae Young getting some serious chops playing out of that set.
Now, here's Poole. Outside, George. Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Middleton. Rebound by Johnson.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And that one's good. Shea.
No, that's a great sign for Shea, proving he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
Here's Poole, and there's the drive. Here's Young. Here's Daniels. The basket good off the assist from Young.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there. The D.
Try another quitter. Yo, what's up, Will?
We can't let no punks about no. I treat a model like a. I know thugs. I know. I was raised to get some money, flip that like 10 ways. In the my money hungry, stack that for 90 days. In the room they like they getting paid. Rolls Royces in the trenches, parked in front of Section 8. It's us.
Say what?
I was trying to strike. I was trying to strike like a match late night. Yeah, strike like I missed it. Strike like I hit the pin. Strike like I'm not gonna work. Strike. You know that wrong real when you heard it. You know that guys. Tell us early again. Oh, this supposed to take a rush off that Burlington did. Man, heck, I begged them to sell it to these stars in the roof. Ain't nothing, I switched the coupe. Emo, she like to go. Look like Betty Boop. Hop in SRTs and do. He can't play me bank. I switch out whips like they switch out shoes. Yeah. Okay. It's us.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Now, here's Brunson. That 3 off the mark. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Bridges shot. Good.
The top two things Bridges does well, defend and hit jumpers off the catch him.
Kicks it out to Booker. From deep three-point land, Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Here's Brunson driving inside. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he was all over him. You just can't get all tangled up like that.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Brunson outside. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Robinson, that's good.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
Pass to Bull. Outside Durant. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I love the confidence that Durant plays with. The closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Brunson goes in. No good.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make. Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Out to Brunson. Drops in the layup for 2. Brunson's got his second basket.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Agile move by Beal to beat that inside contact.
Pass to Towns. Can't cash in from close range. And so Allen will bring it up for Phoenix. And then Durant with the dunk.
Doesn't it just look like he's gliding down the floor? Durant in transition is just beautiful art.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Despite suffering a first-round sweep in last season's playoffs, the Suns' front brass remains confident that they were mere inches from where they needed to be to compete for a title, emphasizing that chemistry is built over time and through the fire. The hope is, with another year to coalesce, this team will be ready for a deeper run. Kevin?
Well, they've got the names. They've got a big coach now coming in. All right, D.A., thank you.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. The three from KD. Down it goes, his third basket. He's down 3 for 4.
The confidence that Durant has in his three-point shot is something special. He doesn't doubt his selections at all.
good. Nice job down low. Durant's got 9 points.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
To the paint. Here's Robinson. And Bull pulls it down. Suns leading by 3. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. He's got 6.
Let me tell you, Beal is crafty. He will figure out a way to get inside.
From deep, Brunson. Towns for 3. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Oh, we've seen some great shots. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of this one. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
And talking about the... Durant throwing down a sledgehammer.
Okay, KD put a little extra on that one.
Pass to Hart. Here's McBride. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Here's Booker, and it's blocked. Hart with it. Now Beal defending. Pass to Payne. Bridges with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Richard, one thing you don't see Mikal Bridges do is miss games. He is always out there.
I think it would take a lot to make him sit out of a game. He is committed to being there for his team. It's so impressive. I consider Mikal Bridges a high-motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of him.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Bull. That's in, coming off the assist from KD.
Give some love to KD there, making the unselfish play.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And there's the call on Miles McBride. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Knocked loose. And here comes the break. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries. Phoenix leading by 3. Back to Bull. And he banks in the layup. Bull's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will return possession.
Substitution. Number 33, Carl Anthony Towns.
Anunoby in the corner. Pass to Hart. The three, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
And he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long.
Huge slam from Booker. He really gets up off these drives.
And so it's New York with it. The Suns getting the bucket. And that one, good.
Wow, the finger roll. Sometimes a soft finish like that makes it even more painful for the defense.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Boy, Beal looked like he was shot out of a cannon there.
Back to McBride. Outside, Towns. Puts up a deep three from beyond the arc and then some. Towns has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Now here's Durant. 17 points in the game. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and, Greg, efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
You look at Durant's game and you instantly see all the hours of hard work that went into shaping it. He's so polished in every area. His skills are so sharp.
Brunson, no good.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
And finished off by Beal.
Speeding in and lifting off. What a slam by Beal.
Down low. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Brunson. Nice. Brunson working inside.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Nobody near Allen. Here he's in from three-point range. Allen's got the lead up to 7 now for Phoenix. Now Towns. Back to Brunson. Towns up top. Back to Brunson. Inside. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
Here's Beal. Kicks it out to Booker. Brunson, left side. And again, it's New York.
And man, can Brunson get going in a hurry? He's got his fingerprints all over this one.
KD, that's for 2.
What the fuck is he doing with
Will not
that?
stop Durant.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Leading by 5. Towns with the steal. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Bridges got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Knicks. Booker outside. Outside, Beal. Back to Booker. Oh, he jams it right over Mitchell Robinson. Wow!
That's just too easy for D-Book. You can't give him an opening like that.
Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Booker outside. Pass to Allen. 6 to shoot. A baseline J. Booker, no good. Knicks trailed by 3. On offense, Devin Booker really does it all for his teams. He scores well and assists others. Richard, he can do it all.
You love to see that from a superstar. Booker just wants points on the board. And if he can't get a shot, he'll get a look for someone else. Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
Back to Brunson. Brunson down the lane. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. So it's Phoenix now. It's a 3-point game. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say is the highest percentage shot. For myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he's something else. Hey, thank you. There's a screen by Robinson. Ah, the sweet lefty stroke of Jalen Brunson.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
Here's Durant, and he uses the glass on the lane. KD's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Brunson. Booker pulls it in. The Suns leading. Fast break, here come the Suns. Allen for 3. That one's not going to go. And here are the Knicks now. Pass to Robinson. Bridges with it. Anunoby outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And it's Phoenix's ball. Booker left side. Outside Durant. 1:32 left to play in the third. Allen outside. Here's Booker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Jalen Brunson. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Pass to Robinson. Out to the wing. Over in the corner, McBride. And finished off by Robinson.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. They get a hand on it. Here's Bull. Lets it go with a 3. Phoenix, no good that time either. Brunson with it. Now guarded by Booker. Rebounded by Allen. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And then Durant with the jam.
And it doesn't get any easier for Durant. With his size and length, dunking just comes pretty easy.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shots good by Booker.
We know Book can hit those deep threes, but he's also effective around the rim.
The kick out to Towns. Money from the wing. Towns has got 7 points.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
The shot by Beal, no good.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. The Suns on top, leading by just 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. New York trailing. McBride with the ball. Pass to Payne. Over in the corner, McBride. Towns the screen. Shot clock at 5 to take the lead. And Ball pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And slam dunk by Allen.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in. 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And it's Durant missing. Here's Anunoby. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Anunoby's got it all tied up now for New York.
And you know, more often than not, when you're open, Towns will find you, right? A willing facilitator. Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Here's Bull. That one good for 2.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Now, here's Achua. Some nice passing by New York here. Pass to McBride. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks in range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Free throw, good, Booker.
This is who you want at the line, and Booker gets himself there a lot.
Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Back to Booker. Pass the Bull. Durant driving the lane. And the layup falls. KD's got 30 points.
And you see those long strides of Durant eating up ground in a hurry.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. So they'll keep pounding it inside, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Phoenix leading by 3. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. Here's KD. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
An impossible guy to cover. Durant puts defenses in situations where they must compromise and foul him.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Normally he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky there.
Bridges shot. Good.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
It's Durant on the wing. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. Outside, Beal. The Suns need to get a shot off. Durant going to work inside.
Big-time players make big-time shots. Durant, he lives for these opportunities.
Outside, Robinson. Robinson on the wing. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Brunson. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
No doubt Brunson committed to getting his rhythm. He wants to be a provider on the scoreboard.
Now here's Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. And the ball's tied up, so he'll have to jump ball. To Brunson. There's a screen by Achua. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
And there is a lot to like about Jalen Brunson's game. He pays attention to the details.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Allen outside. Back to Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Massive bucket. Beal showing what he's worth.
To the middle. Good.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now here's Durant. Allen for three. Offensive rebound. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Pocket six. Anunoby. The wing jumper off target. To the inside. Bull. Count it.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire, quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
And definitely, they got to get that defensive strategy in place. You have to play it smart. A stop probably wins the game for them, but they cannot afford a foul.
So both teams making some changes here. So it's the Knicks now. They set the pick. Out to Bridges. Pass to Hart. This one for three. The three won't fall. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good. It's a 3-point game.
And those were some big-time shots. Those free throws helping make this a 3-point game.
And so it's Phoenix who's